Hey Vaughn, this is Joe, Jack Digital. So now I can actually begin the series or the sequence of campaigns that we would normally do since the list has been cleaned up. All right. We got in a little bit of trouble with that, so that's why it took me a little bit to had to get on with support. And I did do a chat with chat because I needed to ask some questions, but I was asking some questions that was basic blocking and tackling. But when I was on what's called an onboarding call for your new account, we were just kind of going over that. So we didn't get notified from Google as a warning, which is good, but there was an issue with the audience. I'll just show you real fast. Audi- Audience dashboard is, excuse me, let me go here and hopefully it won't take too long. On the overview right here. So, you have the 9403. We actually had 96, 14, right? So there was 211 that were unsubscribed. So we archived them and we moved them off. This cleaned contacts, those means those were hard bounce, and you can get spam report off of that. Hard bounce typically needs to be 1% of the total bank, right? So if you were on this one, this count size, you'd be in trouble. So at least that one was bigger. The other list was bigger, like 15,000, so we were safe. So we didn't get a warning from Google for blacklisting, but that was a touch and go, and that's just syntax. It just means it's misspelled, or it was a marketing email that came to you and you had it in your bank, right? So on a scrub, we want to make sure to do the syntax. The reason why it was important for me as you as a client, the owner, to have scrubbed it, then I'm able to defend you with MailChimp or Constant Contact when I have my conversations with them, that the owner had provided us a client list from his CRM or his data bank of his business, right? So then there's no challenge there, but then they understand this can happen, but it's got to be at 1%, especially the hard bounce, right? That all of that bounced hard, and then of course spam needs to stay, at that 1% rule or less too. So just so you know, but let's go to the campaign. I'm running one right now that's focusing on looking your best, right? So phraseology like look your best for the holidays. I've shortened the list, used some same imagery, but shortened the list for the equipment and services that deal with that. But then we're also doing like, Coppell Sun Spa on Facebook. See, if I turn it off, turn it on here, there's a drop down lets me pick the page I have access to. So same thing for Instagram, but I'll show you. Instagram, it's not showing up. Okay. So I went and double checked to see why that is. So, if I go here, if I go back to like the page, right, and I can, I can view the page, but I'm going to the professional services, right? And then I'm going to page access is what I'm doing. So yeah, I do have Facebook access, but your Coppell Sun Spa Facebook, which I have access to, is underneath Coppell Business. So it's not new, but more and more people are starting to use it because now it's like a control center, and I can add pages, Instagram, Facebook. So I can add multiple pages, multiple users, different programs, different people. So it's kind of like a big center now because it's now Meta. And I have one of these too, but because you don't have the Coppell Sun Instagram account attached here as an asset to this account, I don't see it show up in MailChimp. Make sense? That's why the Facebook did, but not that one. So you just go into your business account and add the page, the Instagram page, just like the Facebook page is added to this account. So see, whatever is this in this account. So you can add pages of different social media that make sense to Facebook, but then you could also add like ad accounts. I could run my ad account for people, right? But it's always going to be in my ad account. But then it's always best to add your ad account for advertising, paid advertising, Facebook, Instagram, inside of your Meta business account. Okay. So those are adding assets, pages, verified domains. There's a lot of cool stuff to do in there. Till you do that, I won't see it over here, and that's fine. But we want to do the cross posting because we'd like for it to show up in Instagram at the same time these Facebooks go out, along with the email blast. Really important because then you can share, like, invite people to like, you can share to other groups you're in that matter. And that's really where you're going to start leveraging this for you for some traffic. Last one, we had one negative comment and then we had a very positive comment. She said she'd love to come back. Hopefully somebody reached out to her. So, that's really important. Got in a little trouble with the list, but we're past it now. So we're going to crank it back up and get some series going to where some, consciousness of Coppell Sun Spa. And, oh, yeah, they offer that. Or, man, I want to go try that. We've got to get that out there, right? And that's what we're doing. Okay, appreciate it. Thanks.